I'm Tim O'Connor, and I'm an All Blacks fan.
Let's go, Ireland!
The All Blacks against Ireland at Soldier Field in Chicago.
My family heritage all traces back to Ireland.
Brilliant try by
I'm often reminded, why shouldn't I be supporting the boys in green?
What a magic moment.
When I was leaving New Zealand, I even got a tattoo of the silver fern. I wear my passion for the club for the rest of my life. My family heritage all traces back to Ireland, the O'Connors there in County Cork. I actually spent a couple of months doing student teaching there. It was an outstanding experience to get to reach back to my roots, to the heritage. When I first started watching Test rugby, I think Ireland was probably the team I would have reached out and supported first, just thanks to my heritage. I was living in London at the time. I hadn't had the same level of connection with New Zealand at that point. I'm a big Lord of the Rings nerd, so I had watched all the movies, I'd seen the beautiful scenery of the country. That mixed with meeting some Kiwis while I was living in London, it was kind of this perfect mixture of, wow, the people seem really cool, I can tell it's beautiful, let's test it out. I'm a teacher, I was able to get a job teaching in Auckland at St. Peter's College, and that just opened all kinds of doors for exploring the country, meeting the people of the country, and it was all of those things together that have just really fueled this passion. One of the coolest things is that a student from the school I taught in New Zealand is still an All Blacks member. Patrick Tuipulotu has been one of the longest serving All Blacks that's still a member of the team. He's a St. Peter's man, the school that I taught at. He is someone that does the right thing and leads by example. It's great to have a special connection to one of the players. Getting to go to my first All Blacks match in New Plymouth against Ireland was truly a dream. To get to see these two teams, my two, teams I'm most closely tied to. The match itself, I remember being highly contentious. The haka happened, and I think I blacked out for a few minutes. I was so pumped up and excited. And then, Ireland got a red card early on, and the All Blacks didn't show them any mercy. They really laid the hammer down. So the first time seeing a haka, I think it's natural to sort of question, like, what am I watching? What is this? And then when you learn about the history of the haka, of the Maori people, of defending the island nation that they called home, learning about that kind of builds an extra layer of understanding why it means so much to the players. So when you watch them do the haka and you can see the intensity in their eyes and their faces, everything about it speaks to the love that they have for the game, for each other as a team, and for the country, because they know that every Kiwi is watching. I'm often reminded of my roots to Ireland and that's where I came from. So why shouldn't I be supporting the boys in green? After living in New Zealand for 2 years, after getting to teach and know the culture, it really does feel like where my heart is. New Zealand, the All Blacks, they are always at the forefront of my fandom and my sports life. So much so that when I was leaving New Zealand, I even got a tattoo of the silver fern. And I wear my passion for the club for the rest of my life. Looking back on all of the experiences I've gotten to have as a fan, getting to go to the World Cup is right at the top of the pile. The whole city was abuzz. I got tickets to the opening ceremonies. It was an amazing night. And then the remainder of the World Cup, I went to every pool match that was in Eden Park. And then a group of my friends, we bought tickets to the quarterfinals down in Wellington. And then I lucked into getting a ticket for the final through the lottery. So I was sitting by myself, but I didn't care. I sang the national anthem loud and proud. It was the greatest night of my life. Sometimes I just pinch myself that, coming from the middle of southern Indiana, and I've gotten to have all these experiences around the world. sports is probably one of the things that draws the city together the most. A rivalry that always can have some arguments amongst fans would be the Chicago Bears and the Green Bay Packers. That is a rivalry that always brings a lot of excitement to the city. Ireland and New Zealand All Blacks have had a pretty big rivalry, especially in the last 15 years. The cultures match up, and I think that's one of the reasons why a lot of Irish people see Kiwis as kindred spirits. So I think there's a lot of good banter and a lot of times where the fans really enjoy interacting before and after the matches, which I think adds to the rivalry. There has been a lot of green that we've seen. So I've been getting some sideways glances and maybe a few people saying they're cheering for Ireland today, but I don't mind. It's all about supporting my team, but having fun with everybody.
Go Ireland!
It is really crazy to be coming to the stadium that I go to for NFL games or MLS soccer games, and to be coming here to see the All Blacks play. It feels really special to see the buildings of my hometown in the background. It's just a beautiful vantage for the afternoon, and to be walking up thinking I'm going to see the All Blacks and Ireland, a really special experience to have here in Chicago.